to hang out, but I also feel that if a kid is going to be there for a long period of time, it's our responsibility to help move them through the, the swimming, paddling, and diving. And so two things we did differently from the DYN structure is we just, normally with DYN we have groups of mentors who work directly one-on-one with students. So what we did is we kept our mentors, so they still have jobs, but we decided to put mentors full-time into the library. So every hour that the library, new media is open, we have mentors, Erica and Mike who are in the front, who are there. And so their job is to get to know the 1,000 or more kids who are there. And so they know who's in the hanging out, who's in the messing around, who's doing what. And so they get to know the kids and who they are and suggest pathways, individualized pathways that the kids might take. So Mike might, say, well, hey, why don't you come take my spoken word? Erica might introduce kids into doing design or into doing music. So their job is sort of to be like the older sister, brother type of person. And then we also introduced, I'll call new media artists. And I'm being particular to talk about mentors versus artists. So the artists are those who come in and hold workshops. So they're coming in and we're going to do video class on Wednesday, every Wednesday, or we're going to come in and do music because they're only coming in for one day at a time. And so they're doing a lot of geeking out experience with the kids. And so that was an interesting challenge for us because we've normally worked with mentors or folks who have been with us for a long period of time. And so we had to figure out how to take our activity structures, our way of teaching and working, and sort of make it possible for people to take it up in a short amount of time. And then the other piece, which we're talking a lot about the space, is we also, if U-Media is widely successful and it's open to all 9th to 12th graders in the city, even though it's 5,000 square feet, there's only so many kids can be there at any given time. And so we created a social network space where kids can connect to each other, connect to mentors, and showcase their work regardless of when they're in the space. So while the physical space has 1,000 kids, there's at least, 500 kids on the social network who are sharing their work, connecting with one another. And so, and I do want to say this before I turn it over to Diane and them. Sometimes we talk about, we say DYN and we say the library, but truly from a student standpoint, and even from ours, it's sort of, the roles have conflated in some sense. Taylor does game design pods. Erica probably reads more books and thinks about the library collection. So in some sense, the roles between the two have really been integrated. But at the same time, I think having both artists and librarians at the same time allows I guess, a more complete type of set of experiences from kids. So what we see so far is we do have more of our kids are probably still in the hanging out, which Mimi's work would show that 90% of kids hang out. We're moving more kids towards the messing around and the hanging out. And I do think a lot of it has to do with the design of the space, because at any point in time, if you're in the hanging out or even in the messing around, you can see other kids geeking out, which hopefully serves as a motivator for you to go. So our challenge now is we've done new media, and we now have kids developing skill sets. How do we work with our local museums and other organizations for kids to take those skill sets and to make them useful in the community? So our goal is we've done this space, now we have to figure out the partnerships out into the other community service organizations, and Diane and them are going to talk about doing it the opposite.